On this week's episode of Bayou Wild TV, nothing compares to the ability of an animal in their natural environment. As hunters, we can take for granted our hunting companions and their ability to provide an advantage over our quarry.
Falconry, the sport of falconry, is one of the oldest forms of hunting known to man. Goes back several thousand years now.
You're a part of it. You're a part of every track because you taught them right, you know, and you just feel fulfilled and joyful, and it just makes everything worth it.
We employ sharp eyes and keen noses on this week's adventure. Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com. Every day, we strive to preserve traditions that have spanned generations.
Around every turn of the bayou, Mother Nature reveals unique people, places, and experiences.
And the bounty of animals and fish. Well, in Louisiana, we just call that lagniappe. I'm Don Dubuque.
I'm Chris LeCoq.
I'm Captain Martha Spencer. Join us as we document the adventure,
Sportsmanship,
and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
The Island Hunting Company in Paradis has been one of our favorite places to visit over the years. The bounty here has made this South Louisiana hunting mecca a setting for several previous episodes. Today we're back for a mixed bag bird hunt.
Whoa, good.
In the Southeast, unfortunately, we don't have the wild birds that many states in the Midwest and Northern Plains do. So our only option is to hunt what's called a preserve hunt. So birds are imported, they're pen raised, but don't let that fool you. They still fly very well. They're still a lot of fun to hunt, and when it's your only option other than driving 400 or 500 miles to another state, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Preserve hunting for upland birds has its advantages. Keeping the hunt close to home provides those who are not able to travel cross-country with an opportunity to still enjoy the sport, work their dogs, and hone their shooting skills.
Here you go. Oh, good dog. Here. Sit. Here.
It's a great environment to introduce the sport to people. You know, you're not going to have your kid crying that he's freezing in, 9-degree weather in South Dakota, and as long as the weather's cool enough, that's usually our biggest problem, is it being cool enough to do these hunts. But it's a great introduction because it's a controlled environment. You're not having to travel very far in the field, and it can really introduce the passion for the sport to somebody who's maybe on the fence about it. But there's also really cool ways to go after them, which are beyond my realm of any knowledge. Coming up next, bring on the birds. We share a wild twist to this week's bird hunt.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
score a touchdown every time you serve Uncle Larry's Ready, Set, Gumbo.
Ask for Uncle Larry's Ready, Set, Gumbo at a store near you.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video-monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemarie Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
When you hear the phrase, man's best hunting companion, what comes to mind? Perhaps you're envisioning steam rising off a mud-soaked Labrador Retriever on a cold morning in the duck blind. Or do you recall the yips and howls of a pack of anxious beagles hot on a rabbit trail? Most associate the phrase, man's best hunting companion, to the many breeds of hunting dogs. But there's a small group of hunters whose companions in the field is valued for other traits. They're prized for their keen eye, swift maneuvers, and sharp talons, not their sense of smell. These are falconers.
Falconry, the sport of falconry, is one of the oldest forms of hunting known to man. Goes back several thousand years now. But the sport of falconry is taking a bird of prey and training that bird and using that bird to hunt with, harvest game. What I use is Harris Hawks. These birds are they're not native to Louisiana. Only bird in the wild that hunt in packs, and for us in falconry, it allows us other falconers that have Harris Hawks. We can usually hunt in small groups. And
the birds are really mine just as good as those little dogs we got. I mean, you get them to come to you, or they'll follow you through the woods. They'll make, they'll follow you through the woods just like the dogs. And they're waiting for you to make a squirrel or a rabbit or something move.
When you first trap your bird, they mostly they're sitting on the pool and they're catching mice and rats. And you want to introduce them to rabbits, so what you got to do is try to get a rabbit, a brown rabbit specifically if you can. And you go beat the bushes and you throw that rabbit out and you let it hit it and you let it go with yourself, eat as much as she wants, and you put her up. And she'll remember that.
Oh, there she goes! It's going down! Okay, she got it!
And then when you start hunting again, she'll start following you through the woods, tree to tree. She knows you're going to show them game.
She did a wing over right there in front of us, and I saw it, she caught it. Sometimes you got to work real hard, but every now and then you get one.
He knows how to hunt. You got to understand how he thinks, and you got to show him the game, and he'll take over from there.
Once they catch, the falconer needs to try and get in as quickly as possible to make sure that the quarry is caught and secured. And we off to the next chase.
To become a falconer, you must start as an apprentice, a process not taken lightly by those in the sport. Falconry is a commitment that takes years to master.
You got to take a 100-question test. You got to get another falconer to sponsor you, and you start off as an apprentice.
And your sponsor is going to mentor you for your first 2 years of your apprenticeship and kind of train and educate you into the sport of falconry. One thing I will say about this sport is it's not for everybody. It requires a lot of time and dedication. You have to devote a lot of attention to these birds.
It just takes a lot of time. I mean, you got to have a lot of time to make sure you hunt everybody that you got out. When you got 7, 8 birds, it takes you pretty much all day. You need to be retired or not working to get everybody, flown and hunted every day. You try to hunt them every day.
Ten, 15, that's a good weight for her. You know, you got to keep your weight to where they respond good with food. No, you can't have them too heavy.
As hunting season comes to an end, the hawk retires to its backyard habitat. But the falconer must keep the bond between master and pupil during the off-season until they can share a hunt again.
It's not like it used to be. I find that the sport of, taking game with the birds, people don't do it as much.
Coming up next, we put the birds back in the cage and let the hounds loose for a lesson in blood trailing.
Hi, I'm Miss Louisiana Julia Claire Williams on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I'm sure you know that clean, affordable propane gas is used in houses across our state. It's used in cooking, water heaters, drying clothes, and heating homes. But did you know that if you ever run out of propane, you need a certified dealer to inspect your system for leaks before it's refilled? That's the law. Propane is safe energy for everyone, and we want to keep it that way.
Shoot him.
When you don't have a gym and you need to get a workout, come to Arkansas. I think it's pretty cool anytime you can meet a father-daughter duo in any profession, but I think it's absolutely one of the coolest professions to see a father-daughter blood tracking team.
We got a little blood here, we got a little blood on these leaves and rocks right here, got some blood right there, and if you look back there by that fallen tree, there's a flag. We got some blood back there, and I got the blood marked. So let's see if he can find this deer, or if he can catch up to it. About 7, 8 years ago, I got into it, and when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. Never looked at no YouTube videos and nothing, and I was doing things wrong, but I was doing things. I joined the organization called the SBTA, the Southern Blood Trackers Association, and everything I tried and did was to benefit me and my dog and us as a team. In Louisiana alone, through the Louisiana Blood Trailing Network, 429 deer were recovered last year because a wounded deer can stay 300 yards ahead of you all night long while you're on lead.
Look at that big boy. Look at that big boy. Look at that big boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Major. Good boy. Good boy, Major. Deer, I don't deer hunt in Louisiana. I have been to Dad's camp a few times and hunted there. I'm a duck hunter by heart, so I do more duck hunting than anything. I'm a bird girl. I get to work with my dad every day, and that's an amazing opportunity. You know, one day he won't be here and I'll have millions of memories.
Usually I go lay the tracks early in the morning, something like, and then she comes and runs the dog on. She has no idea where the tracks are laid. We've trained poodles, blue lacies, German shepherds, Catahoulas. We got a Labrador retriever there. We've several bloodhounds, blue tick hounds. Dash hounds are great. So I mean, look, they all got their ups and their downs.
It is hard work. It's hot. Here it is brutal in the summer. It's hot. It's not a normal job. I stink like a deer half the time or a dog. And
our goal is to recover every wounded deer. We don't want no animals out there suffering.
You know, the training part's great. I get attached to them. It's really when they go home and then, you know, start putting them on the tailgate that the job's complete.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good. Louisiana Fish Fry Seafood Boil has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag and pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
At Parish Coffee, we wanted to create a coffee brand that people would love to drink every day. Our medium roasts are nice, bright, nutty coffees. Our dark roast coffees are smooth and rich. I think it's important for consumers to recognize that sometimes it's your neighbor that you're supporting. People can go to parishcoffee.com to find the entire selection of coffees.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
What's happening, everybody? It's me, DJ Red, along with John over here at the island. I don't know how to cook. All I know is how to make a mean bowl of cereal, so you're gonna have to teach me some.
We got you set up, no problem.
So, I mean, we got the holy, we're not making a gumbo because I see tomatoes right here. That don't go.
No, that's,
okay,
that's
right.
way north of I-10.
So what are we making, bro? Let's do this.
Okay, what we're gonna be making is a crawfish étouffée.
Well, what is the difference between an étouffée and a sauce piquant?
Well, not a whole bunch.
Not a whole lot?
No, not a whole bunch. It's really how you prepare it.
Good.
We're gonna start off with a stick of butter, because why not? You know,
hey,
why not?
There's never too much butter. I'm telling you, you can never have too much butter.
Butter that. We're gonna let the butter get a little warm. We're gonna add about, give or take, 4 or 5 tablespoons of flour to it. We're gonna brown that up, get it around to a kind of a peanut butter look.
Okay.
Start adding in our vegetables and seasonings.
So you say a peanut butter color, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Now, if you
is that
catch me
chunky
in a jar
peanut butter? Or
well,
just
it's Jiffy.
That's Jiffy.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, Jiffy.
All right.
Jiffy
What you need
Skippy.
next?
All right. How about that Trinity?
Let's go.
Let's do
get
it.
it.
Get her done.
There you go, sir.
All right.
In the name of the onion, the celery, and what's the other one?
Parsley.
There you go.
Bell pepper, yeah.
And peppers.
I was just testing his smarts.
Yeah, the holy gel pepper.
Whoo! I wish y'all could. I wish we had smell-o-vision so they could smell this.
You know, I ordered that, but they said it wasn't in our area.
Yeah, not yet.
No.
They got to run the lines first.
Well.
Sauce ketchup.
Wow. Do me a favor, hand me the stock, please.
The stock.
Yes, sir. So this is 2 cups of chicken stock that we're gonna put in. All right.
Oh,
So
that's pretty.
Ain't that?
That is pretty. The start of something good.
Man, I tell you what. See, this is the kind of thing that dreams are made of. And supper.
Yeah.
You know, some people call it dinner. So what we have here is I'm using a medium can of the petite diced tomatoes. So I like, you can use the larger tomatoes if you want diced tomatoes, but I like the petite. We're gonna put that in here, 28 ounce.
Remember, this ain't a gumbo. So
No.
this is
fair definitely game. Not a gumbo.
Okay.
No.
If we catch anybody putting this in a gumbo in South Louisiana,
one-way trip.
Disown them.
Fishing, guaranteed.
Disown them.
Yeah. All right, and a can of
Rotel?
Rotel original.
Right.
Get a little kick up on that because we just like it.
What you need?
Right here I have
Cajun seasoning.
Cajun seasoning. You can use any kind of Cajun seasonings you wish to use. It really, you can't go wrong with it. So I'm gonna add a little bit right now. What we have here is a little sugar to be able to break up some of that acidic flavor.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar, and you can always adjust it after. But
no heartburn here.
No, absolutely not.
Jaw! So we let that go for how long?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Okay.
Yeah. You got time?
I got plenty enough time, man. We got beer?
Yeah.
Plenty beer, plenty time. Let's
got it
do
all.
Right now, what we had this about 20, 30 minutes cooking?
Right at 30 minutes.
So it's
we
simmered
have
real
everything
good.
Simmered down. It's all getting nice and happy.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding in our meats.
Our meats.
Let me get the sausage right
All
here.
right.
So we have, give or take, about a cup or so of
That sounds
pre-brown.
gooey?
I like to brown my sausage. It gives it a little better flavor, a little more flavor.
I got you.
So we're gonna add that. We're gonna add about 2 pounds of crawfish tails with the
All
fat
right.
and everything in it.
Yeah.
Because that's
Straight
what
after
makes,
the ball.
That's what makes it everything bon. All right, so we're gonna have about 2 cups of. I like a lot of green onions. So about a cup and a half.
That gives
2
it.
cups.
That gives it a
Bro,
pretty,
look at
pretty
that.
look.
Pretty look and the best flavor ever. Now, last thing, what we have is a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
So we're gonna add a little bit of lemon juice in there. Now we're gonna let this go for about, give it take 15 minutes, let it go up. And it's gonna go ahead and marry all together. Look at that.
So after a half hour and 2 hours of talking, we have something to eat now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
It looks like it'd be something to eat.
So this, what's the name of it? The official name?
A crawfish etouffee.
Okay, you didn't
A
put
la
anything
Chauvin.
fancy
You
on
know
it?
what I'm saying?
A la Chauvin.
Yeah,
All right,
dude,
yeah.
so good.
Let's get it going. All right.
Tell me what you think. I don't know. Be honest. But, you know, take your time. It's all good. I know you could do better, but you know what I'm saying?
What? I'm gonna do like the spaghetti. Put that on there.
Oh, dude, you got it. Yeah.
You got a carb with a carb.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
That's how we
I
do
was
that.
wondering if you were from, you know, the
Oh
area
no,
that
no. You put rice on bread.
Yeah. Bruh. A man after my own taste. I tell you what. Bon? We got it? We nailed that up or what?
Hey, dude. C'est magnifique. Y'all gotta
There
get
you
y'all
have
some
it, people.
crawfish etouffee.
Try that out.
A la Chauvin. Uh-huh.
It's all good.
Right here. Man, that's good.
Pelican billboards can help you reach more people. With prime locations across the greater New Orleans area, they help grow the Bayou Wild brand, and they can help your brand too. Put your business above all the others with Pelican billboards.
If you're lucky enough to bag a deer or a hog this season, bring it here to Double D. Double D processes hogs and exotic game and guarantees your product is always the meat you brought to Double D.
Double D Meats in Bogalusa, home of country smoked, spicy jalapeno cheddar, and other customized flavors.
Bring your deer or your hog here to Double D, where you always get your meat back in return. It's worth a drive to Bogalusa from anywhere. Double D.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a non-profit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
Want to be seen on a Bayou Wild episode? Sign up for our Cajun Invasion wild pheasant hunt in the remote hills of South Dakota in mid-November. Bad River Bucks and Birds provides lodging, meals, transportation, dogs, and bird cleaning. Details at dontheoutdoorsguide.com.
This week's episode proves that a time outdoors with a friendly cohort, whether a hunter, hardworking canine, or swift-flying raptor, can always be an exciting experience.
The joy that I get out of it is actually watching the bird. Whether the birds catch or don't catch, it's just the fun and the excitement is watching the bird fly.
We hold a true respect for those hunters who've made a commitment to become masters of their craft, and we anxiously await for next hunting season. We look forward to pictures of successful capture by a hawk or the deer tracked down by a hardworking canine.
You're a part of it. You're a part of every track because you taught them right. It just makes everything worth it.
These are the stories that excite our adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage of Bayou Wild.